So this is today's training. We were doing slow lift off clean and jerks, 15 minutes on every minute on the minute, 65% of 1 rep max clean and jerk. This is Patrick Fountain. We're going to go through a couple of these lifts together and try and see if we can get Patrick to move a little bit better on here. So let's take a look at the first attempt here. Of course in slow motion, speed it up here. So this dynamic start could be a little bit better. Notice that the shoulders are a little bit in front of the bar. We probably want to have those sitting back just a little bit more. If we go ahead and advance anytime now, I would like to see the knees being pushed back more. If you notice, Patrick is bringing the bar straight up, and notice how the knees aren't really being pushed back much. We need those knees to be pushed back a lot more and the bar to be staying a lot closer to the body. And if we notice here, Patrick hasn't even finished his pull before he's already starting to go back into it. And watch the feet. Can we make a bigger circle? No, not really can. The feet are going to come forward because he hasn't finished getting back into that second position. Let's take a look at the jerk here. So we see that there's full extension already being reached. Let's go a couple paces and forward. The jerk was not bad. Patrick's been having some issues with his jerk, not necessarily being more aggressive on that front step. And the cue that I really gave him today was, imagine there's a bug right on the floor in front of you. You want to smash. And if we look at this after he's gotten to full extension, if we look at this in regular motion, I think you're going to see a little bit of a faster step than usual. I would like to hear a little bit more of a quicker step on that, but overall not so bad. So let's go ahead and fast forward to his next series. Okay, so here we are. Let's take a look at this one. Good setup. Notice the back is nice and flat. His shoulders are a little bit more over the bar on this time. Let's go ahead and watch those knees here and see if those suckers are getting back more. Apparently I can't do that. Alright, so here we go. Once again, knees aren't getting out of the way. We need to have that happening a little bit better on the next lift. Once again, watch the knees from the beginning. The bar is coming straight up. And notice how the shoulders slightly shift forward. Have to go forward to get around the knees. So we've got to get those knees back more. And notice how he's almost completely standing upright. And notice how the hips go into the bar as opposed to the bar being pulled back in. And that results yet again from the feet going forward. It wasn't that bad this time. The weight's light, so of course it's not going to happen. Patrick, of course, is going to easily stand up with that. Let's watch the jerk on this one now. Now, if we look at that, the dip was really good. Notice the chest was nice and tall. The torso was completely vertical on the dip and drive. Let's see what happens. Notice that the step was not nearly as aggressive as it was last time. Very ginger. Notice that the back foot isn't turned in and is almost completely flat on the ground. We can't get this leg to be in this position. Okay? Got to have that knee bent in the back. And he stands up. Let's take a look at the next series. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm being awesome, I guess. Anyway. Alright, here's the next round. Setup is good. I would still like to see those shoulders coming back a little bit more, being more completely over the bar. And once again, we don't have those knees being pushed back. Knees need to be going back. That way it'll keep the bar in. And now once again, guess what's going to happen? Watch the feet as they go forward. Not as bad. Not as bad this time. But the other ones I would like to have seen a little bit clearer. Let's see if the jerk is more aggressive on this one. We'll go through fast motion first. Let's go and review that right from the beginning. So, from the beginning, let's see, this lift is doomed already. Notice the chest drops. Yeah, the dip's there, but his weight is already forward. And watch how the jerk goes. Notice he's already shifting forward. We go back and forward. Look at this. Back and forth. Back and forth. So that bar's coming forward, and he's got to step out in front to meet it. True. But once that weight starts getting heavier, it would probably be a little bit harder to get under it quick enough. Okay, I do like the more aggressive step, but Patrick's already out of position here. It's much more aggressive. As I said, yeah, but still, some other things that need to be worked on here. Alright, the next cycle. Alright, so here we go. Let's see what we got. Okay, once again, we have that issue of the knees not being pushed back enough and the bar is not being guided back in. Same old thing. The hips come to meet the bar. Bar comes out slightly, but Patrick's just so strong that he pulls it back in. And notice how he catches it a little bit in front of his center of gravity. He's up on his toes a little bit here, and then he comes back. Now that was, I liked that dip. That was much better than the last one. Notice it's completely vertical. Unfortunately, the back foot hit before the front foot, and that prevented the front foot from going down a little bit lower. So we need to try and get these feet to hit at the same time. Good lockout though. And I'm liking the fact that this front foot's coming out quick. Back foot, front foot, boom. Take a look at the last cycle. Here we go. Coming for a little forward on the toes. Let's review that one more time. Once again, where he's almost completely standing up. The knees have almost not bent. So we need to stay back on those heels a lot more on this lift. But I liked how the fact that he's definitely showing, look at the ankles, how they're coming out, so that's good. jerk. I'm still seeing a little dip forward. Can he save it? No, once again, the back foot hits before, and that causes the front foot not to be out as much. So, Mr. Fountain, some things to work on, but overall, I think the jerk's gotten a lot better already in one day after a couple little cues here and there, but I think we still have a lot more work to do, and I think you'd agree with that. Anyway, until the next time.